These many then shall die, their names are pricked.
Your brother too must die. Consent you, Lepidus?
I do consent.
Prick him down, Antony.
Upon condition, Publius shall not live. Who is your sister's son, Mark Antony?
He shall not live. Look, with a spot I damn him. But Lepidus, go you to Caesar's house, and fetch the will hither. Then we can determine how to cut off some charge and legacy.
What, shall I find you here?
Or here or at the Capitol.
This is a slight unmeritable man, meet to be sent on errands. Is it fit the threefold world divided he should stand one of the three to share it?
So you thought him, and took his voice who should be pricked to die, in our black sentence and proscription.
Octavius, I've seen more days than you, and though we lay these honors on this man, to ease ourselves of divers slanderous loads, he shall but bear them as the ass bears gold, to groan and sweat under the business, either led or driven as we point the way. And having brought our treasure where we will, then take we down his load and turn him off, like to the empty ass, to shake his ears and graze in commons.
You may do your will, but he's a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavius, and for that I do appoint him store of provender. It is a creature that I teach to fight, to whine, to stop, to run directly on. His corporal motion governed by my spirit. In some taste is Lepidus but so. He must be taught and trained and bid go forth, a barren-spirited fellow, one that feeds on objects, arts, and imitations which, out of use and staled by other men, begin his fashion. Do not talk of him but as a property. And now, Octavius, listen good things. Brutus and Cassius are levying powers. We must straight make head. Let our alliance be combined, our best friends made, our legions stretched, and may we presently go sit in council, how covert matters may be best disclosed, and open perils surest answered.
Let us do so, for we are at the stake, and bait about with many enemies. And some that smile have in their hearts, I fear, millions of mischiefs.
What now, Lucilius? Is Cassius near?
He is at hand, and Pindarus has come to do you salutation from her master.
She greets me well. Your master, Pindarus, of his own cause or by ill office, has given me worthy cause to wish things done undone. But if he be at hand, I shall be satisfied.
I do not doubt but that my noble master shall appear, such as he is, full of regard and honor.
He is not doubted. Lucilius, a word. How he received you, let me be resolved.
With courtesy and with respect enough, yet not with such familiar instances, nor with such free and friendly conference as he has used of old.
Thou hast described a hot friend cooling. Ever note, Lucilius, when love begins to sicken and decay, it useth an enforced ceremony. There are no tricks in plain and simple faith, only hollow men like horses hot at hand, that make a gallant show in performance of their mettle. But when they should endure the bloody spur, they fall their crests and sink like deceitful jades in the trial. Come his army on.
They mean this night in Sardis to be quartered. The greater part, the horse in general, are come with Cassius.
Hark, he is arrived.
Most noble sister, you have done me wrong.
Judge me, you gods. Wrong I mine enemies. If not, how should I wrong a brother?
Brutus, this sober form of yours hides wrongs, and what you do then?
Cassius, be content. Speak your griefs softly. I do know you well. Before the eyes of both our armies here, which should perceive nothing but love from us, let us not wrangle. Bid them move away, and then in my tent enlarge your griefs, and I will give you audience.
Pindarus! Bid our commanders lead their charges off a little from this ground.
Lucilius, do you the like, But let no one come into our tent till our conference is over. Have Lucius and Titinius guard the door.
That you hath wronged me doth appear in this. You hath condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of the Sardians, wherein my letters, praying on his side, because I knew the man was slighted off.
You wronged yourself to write in such a case.
In such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear her comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm, to sell and march your offices for gold to undeservers.
I, an itching palm. You know that you are Brutus that speaks this, or by the gods, this speech were else your last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth therefore hide his head.
Chastisement?
Remember March. The Ides of March remember. Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain touched his body that did not stab for justice? What should one of us, who struck the foremost man of all this world, but for supporting robbers? Shall we contaminate our fingers with such base bribes, and sell the mighty honor of our large spaces for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I had rather be a dog and bay the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, pay not me! I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me, and I am a soldier. I, older in practice, abler than yourself to make such conditions.
Go to, you are not, Cassius!
I am.
I say you are not!
Tempt me no further. Have mind upon your health. Urge me no more.
Away, slight man!
Is it possible?
Hear me, Cassius, for I will speak. Should I make way and room for your rash choler? Should I be frighted when a madman stares?
Oh, ye gods, must I endure all of this?
All of this? I more. Fret till your proud heart breaks. Go show your slaves how choleric you are, and make your bondmen tremble. Must I budge? Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you shall digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you. For from this day forth I shall use you for my mirth, yea, for my laughter when you are waspish.
Is it come to this?
You say you are a better soldier. Let it appear so. Make your vaunting true. It shall please me well. I will be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me every way. You wrong me, Brutus. I said an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
Do not mistake too much upon my love. I shall do what I may be sorry for.
You have done that you should be sorry for. I did send to you for certain sums of gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. For I can raise no money by vile means. I had rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than to wring from the hard hands of peasants their vile trash by any indirection. I did send to you for certain sums of gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius? Should I have answered Caius Cassius so? When Marcus Brutus grows so covetous to lock such rascal counters from her friends, be ready, gods, with all your thunderbolts, dash her to pieces.
I denied thee not.
You did?
I did not! He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus hath rived my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities, but Brutus makes mine to be greater than they are.
I do, till you practice them on me.
You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such faults.
Flatterers could not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus.
Oh, come, Antony and young Octavius, come. Revenge yourselves alone on Cassius. For Cassius is grown aweary of the world, hated by one he loves, braved by his sister, checked like a bondman, all his faults observed, set in a notebook, learned and conned by rote to cast into my teeth. Oh, that I could weep my tears from mine eyes. Here's my dagger, and here my naked breast. Within, a heart dearer than Plutus is mine, richer than gold. If thou beest a Roman, take it forth. I that deny thee gold will give to thee my heart. Strike, as thou didst at Caesar, for I know when thou didst hate him worse, thou lovest him better than thou ever lovest Cassius!
Sheath your dagger! Be angry when you will, it shall have scope. Do what you will, dishonor shall be humor. Oh, Cassius, you are yoked with a lamb that carries anger as the flint bears fire. which shows a hasty spark and straight is cold again.
Hath Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter from his Brutus, when grief and ill-blood temper vexeth him?
I was ill-tempered too when I spoke that.
Do you speak so much? Here, give me your hand.
And my heart too. Lucilius, Titinius, did the commanders prepare their companies to lodge tonight?
Then bring Messala with you and come along with yourselves immediately to us.
Lucius, a bowl of wine.
I did not think you could have been so angry.
I am sick of many griefs.
Of this philosophy you make no use if you give place to accidental evils.
No heart bears sorrow better. Portia is dead.
Portia?
She is dead.
How escaped I killing when I crossed you so? Oh, insupportable and touching loss, upon what sickness!
Impatience of my absence, and grief that young Octavius and Mark Antony have made themselves so strong. With that, her death came, and her attendants absent, she swallowed fire.
And died so.
Even so.
Oh, ye immortal gods.
Speak no more of her. Lucius, a bowl of wine. In this I bury all unkindness, Cassius.
My heart is thirsty for that noble pledge. Fill, Lucius, to the wine or swell the cup. I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love.
Come, Titinius. Come, good Messala. Now stand we about this table here and call him to question our necessities.
Portia, art thou gone?
I pray you no more. I have received notice that young Octavius and Mark Antony do come down upon us with a mighty power, bending their expedition toward Philippi.
Myself have notice of the self-same tenor,
With what addition?
that by proscription and bills of outlawry, Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators.
Therein our postings do not well agree. Mine speak of 70 senators that died by their prescriptions, Cicero being one.
Cicero won.
Aye, Cicero is dead, and by that order of proscription. Had you messages from your wife, General?
No, Messala.
Nor nothing in your postage rid of her?
Nothing, Messala.
That methinks is strange.
Why ask you? Hear you aught of her in yours?
No, General.
As you are a Roman, tell me true.
Then like a Roman, bear the truth I tell. For certain she is dead, and by strange manner.
Farewell, Portia. We must die, Messala. Meditating that she must die once, I have the patience to endure it now.
Even so, great hearts, great losses should endure.
I have as much as art in this as you, yet my mind could not bear it so.
Well, to our work alive. What do you think of marching toward Philippi presently?
I do not think it good.
Your reasons?
This it is. 'Tis better that the enemy seek us. So shall he waste his means, weary his soldiers, doing himself offense, whilst we, lying still, are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
Good reasons must of force give place to better. The people twixt Philippi and this ground do stand but in a forced affection. They have grudged us contribution. The enemy marching along by them will make a fuller number up, come on refreshed, new added, and encouraged. From this advantage must we cut him off, if at Philippi we do meet him there, these people at our back.
Hear me, good sister.
Under your pardon, you must take note beside. We have tried the utmost of our friends. Our legions are brimful. Our cause is ripe. The enemy increaseth every day. We at the height are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which, taken at the flood, leads unto fortune. Omitted all the voyage of their life, is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves or lose our ventures.
Then with your will go on. We'll along ourselves and meet you presently at Philippi.
The deep of night has crept upon our talk. Nature must obey necessity, and we shall answer with a little rest. There is no more to say.
No more. Good night. Early tomorrow, we'll arise and hence.
Lucius, my robe. Where's thy instrument?
Here in the tent.
What, thou speakst so drowsily? For knave, I blame thee not, thou art o'erwatched. Lucius, here is the book I sought for, so I put it in the pocket of my gown.
I was sure my lady did not give it me.
Bear with me, good boy. I am much forgetful. Canst thou hold up thy heavy eye a while and touch thy instrument a strain or two?
Aye, mistress. And please you?
It does, my boy. I should not urge thee past thy might.
It's my duty, ma'am.
I know young bloods look for a time of rest,
I've slept, mistress, already.
and it was well done. You shall sleep again. I will not hold thee long. If I do live, I will be good to thee. This is a sleepy tune. O murderous slumber, lace thou thy leaden lace upon my boy that plays thee music. Gentle knave, good night. We will not do thee so much wrong to wake thee. Thou dost nod, thou breakst thy instrument. I will take it from thee. And good boy, good night. Let me see. It's not the leaf turned down where I left reading. Here it is, I think. How ill this pillar burns! Ha! Who comes here? I think it is the weakness of mine eyes that shapes this monstrous apparition. It comes upon me. Art thou anything? Art thou some god, some angel, or some devil? Makes my blood cold and hair to stare. Speaks to me what thou art.
Thy evil spirit, Brutus.
Why comest thou?
Tell thee, thou shalt see me at Philippi.
I shall see thee again?
Aye, at Philippi.
Then I shall see thee again at Philippi then. I have taken heart. Thou vanishest, ill spirit. I would have more talk with thee.
Strings. Mistress are false.
He thinks he's still at his instrument. Lucius, awake!
Mistress!
Lucius, didst thou so dream that thou so criedst out?
I do not know, mistress, that I did cry.
Yes, that thou didst. Didst thou see anything?
Nothing, mistress.
Commend me to my brother Cassius. Bid him set on his powers betimes before, and we will follow.
It shall be done, mistress. Now, Antony, our hopes are answered. You said the enemy would not come down, but keep the hills and the upper regions. Proves not so. Their battles are at hand. They mean to warn us at Philippi here, answering before we do demand of them.
Tut! I'm in their bosoms, and I know wherefore they do it. They would be happy to visit other places, and come down with fearful bravery, thinking by this face, to fasten in our thoughts that they have courage. But 'tis not so.
Prepare you, generals! The enemy comes on in gallant show. Their bloody sign of battle is hung out, and something to be done immediately.
Octavius, lead your battle softly on upon the left hand of the even field.
Upon the right hand eye, keep thou the left.
Why do you cross me in this exigent?
I do not cross you, but I will do so.
They stand and would have parley.
Stand fast, Titinius. We must out and talk.
Mark Antony, shall we make sign of battle?
No, Caesar. We will answer on their charge. Make forth. The generals would have some words.
Stir not until the signal.
Words before blows, is it so, countrymen?
Not that we love words better as you do.
Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius.
In your bad strokes, Brutus, you give good words. Witness the hole you made in Caesar's heart, crying, "Long live! Hail Caesar!"
Antony, the posture of your blows are yet unknown, but for your words, they rob the hive of bees and leave them honeyless.
Not stingless, too.
Oh yes, and soundless too. You have stolen their buzzing, Antony, and very wisely threats before you sting.
Villains! You were not so when your vile daggers hacked one another in the sides of Caesar. You showed your teeth like apes, and fawned like hounds, and bowed like bondmen kissing Caesar's feet, whilst damned Casca like a cur behind struck Caesar on the neck. Oh, you flatterers!
Flatterers! Now, Brutus, thank yourself. This tongue had not offended so today if Cassius might have ruled.
Come, the cause! If arguing make us sweat, the proof of it will turn to redder drops. Look, I draw sword against conspirators. When think you that the sword goes up again? Never till Caesar's 33 wounds be well avenged, or till another Caesar have added slaughter to the swords of traitors.
Caesar, thou canst not die by traitors' hands unless thou bring some with thee.
So I hope. I was not born to die on Brutus' sword.
Oh, if thou wert the noblest of thy strain, thou couldst not die more honorable.
'Tis but a peevish schoolboy, worthless of such an honor, joined by a masker and reveler.
Old Cassius still.
Come, Antony, away. Defiance, traitors, hurl we in your teeth. If you dare fight today, come to the field. If not, when you have stomachs.
Why now, blow, wind, swell, billow, and swim back. The storm is up, and all is on the hazard.
Oh, Lucilius, hark a word.
General,
Messala!
What says my general?
Messala, this is my birthday. As this very day was Caius Cassius born. Give me thy hand, Messala. Be thou my witness that as Pompey was, am I compelled to set upon one battle all our liberties. You know that I held Epicurus strong and his opinion, and now I change my mind, and partly credit things that do presage. Coming from Sardis on our foremost banners, 2 mighty eagles fell, and there they perched, gorging and feeding from our soldiers' hands who to Philippi here consorted us. This morning they have fled away and gone, and in their steads do ravens, crows, and kites fly o'er our heads and downward look at us as if we are sickly prey. Their shadows seem the canopy most fatal under which our army lies ready to give the ghost.
Believe not so.
I believe it but partly, for I am fresh of spirit and bound to meet all perils constantly.
Even so, Lucilius.
Now, noble Brutus, the gods stand friendly today. that we may, lovers in peace, lead on our days to age. But since the affairs of men still rest uncertain, let's assume the worst that may befall. If we do lose this battle, then is this the very last time you and I shall see each other? What are you then determined to do?
Even by the rule of that philosophy, for which I did blame Cato for the death which he did give himself, arming myself with patience, to stay the providence of the high powers that govern us below.
Think you are content to be led in triumph through the streets of Rome?
No, Cassius, no. Think not, thou noble Roman, that ever Brutus would go bound to Rome. She bears too great a mind. And on this night, we must end that work the Ides of March begun. And whether we shall meet again, I know not. Therefore, everlasting farewell take. Forever and forever. Farewell, Cassius. If we shall meet again, why, we shall smile. If not, then this parting was well made.
Forever and forever farewell, Brutus. If we meet again, we'll smile indeed. If not, 'tis true. This parting was well made.
Why then lead on. Oh, that a mind might know the end of this day's business ere it come! But it sufficeth that the day will end, and then the end is known. Come ho away!
Look, Titinius, look! The villains fly! Myself hath to mine own turn enemy. This ensign here of mine was turning back. I slew the coward and did take it from him.
Cassius Brutus gave the word too early, who having some advantage on Octavius took it too eagerly, her soldiers fell to spoil. Whilst we by Antony are all enclosed.
Fly further off, my lord, fly further off! Mark Antony is in your tent, my lord. Fly therefore, noble Cassius, fly far off!
Titinius! Are those my tents where I perceive the fire?
They are, my lord.
Titinius, if thou lovest me, mount thou my horse and hide thy spurs in him, till he hath brought thee to yonder troops, and here again, that I may rest assured whether yon troops are friend or enemy.
We'll be here again, even with a thought.
Go, Pindarus, get higher on that hill. My sight is ever thick. Regard Titinius, and tell me what thou notice about the field. This day I breathed first, and where I did begin, there I shall end. My life is run its compass. Come now, what news?
Oh, my lord!
What news?
Titinius is enclosed round about with horsemen that make to her on the spur. Yet she spurs on. Now they're almost on her. Now Titinius. Now some light. Oh, she lights too. She's ta'en. And hark, they shout for joy.
Come down now, behold no more. Oh, coward that I am to see my best friend ta'en before my face. Come, sister. In Parthia I did take thee prisoner, and I swore to thee, saving of thy life, that whatsoever I bid thee do, thou shouldst attempt it. Come now, keep thou thine oath. Now have your freedom. And with this blade that ran through Caesar's bowels, search now this bosom. Stand not to answer! Come now, take thou the hilts! And when my eyes are covered as 'tis now, drive thou the blade. Caesar, thou art revenged, even with the blade that killed thee.
So I am free. It would not have been durst I have done my will. Oh, Cassius! Far from this country Pindarus shall fly, or never Roman shall take note of her.
It is but change, Titinius. For Octavius is overthrown by Brutus' power, and Cassius is at legion by Antony.
These tidings will well comfort Cassius.
Where did you leave him?
All disconsolate, with Pindarus, his servant, on this hill.
Is not he that lies upon the ground?
He lies not like the living. Oh, my heart!
Is not that he?
No. This was he, Messala. Cassius is no more. O setting sun is in thy red rays thou dost sink tonight. So in his red blood Cassius' day is set. The sun of Rome is set. Our day is gone. Clouds, dews, and dangers come. Our deeds are done. Mistrust of my success hath done this deed. What? Pindarus? Where art thou, Pindarus?
Seek her, Titinius. We list to go to meet the noble Brutus, thrusting this report onto her ear. And I may say thrusting it, for piercing steel and darts and venom it shall be as welcome to the ears of Brutus as tiding this sight.
Hi you. Messala, I will stay and seek for Pindarus the while. Why didst thou send me forth, O brave Cassius? Did I not meet thy friends? And did not they put on my brows this wreath of victory, and bid me give it thee? Didst thou not hear their shouts? Alas, thou hast misconstrued everything. Hold thee. Take this garland on thy brow. Thy Brutus bid me give it thee, and I will do her bidding. Brutus, come apace, and see how I regarded Caius Cassius. By your leave, gods, this is a Roman's part. Come, Cassius Blade, and find Titinius' heart.
Where Messala doth the body lie?
Lo yonder and Titinius mourning it.
Titinius' face is upward.
She is slain.
O Julius Caesar, thou art mighty yet. Thou noble spirit walks abroad and turns our blades into our own proper entrails.
Brave Titinius, look where'er she hath not crowned dead Cassius.
Are there two Romans living such as these? The last of all the Romans, fare thee well. It is impossible that ever Rome should breed thy fellow. Friends, I owe more tears to this dead man than you shall see me pay. I shall find time, Cassius. I shall find time. Come therefore to Thasos send his body. His funeral will not be at our camps lest it discomfort us. Lucilius, come, young Cato. Let us to the field. Flavius, Messala, set our battles on. 'Tis 3 o'clock, and Romans, yet ere night we shall try fortune in a second fight. Countrymen! Oh, yet hold up your heads!
What bastard does not? Who will go with me? I will proclaim my name about the field. I am the son of Marcus Cato, ho! A foe to tyrants and my country's friend. I am the son of Marcus Cato!
And I am Brutus! Marcus Brutus, I, Brutus, my country's friend, never for Brutus! Oh, young and noble Cato, art thou down? Why, now die as bravely as Titinius, and mayest be honored being Cato's son.
Yield or thou diest!
Only I yield to die. There is so much that will kill me
tell him the news. Here comes the general. Brutus is ta'en! Brutus is ta'en, my lord.
Where is she?
Safe, Antony. Brutus is safe enough. I dare assure thee that no villain shall ever take alive the noble Brutus. The gods do defend her from so great a shame. When you do find her, or alive or dead, she will be found like Brutus, like herself.
This is not Brutus, friend, but I assure you, a prize no less in worth. Keep this one safe. Give her all kindness. I'd rather have such sort by friends than enemies. Go forth and see whether Brutus be alive or dead, and bring us word unto Octavius' tent till everything is changed.
Come, poor remains of friend. Rest on this rock.
Statilius showed the torchlight, but General, he came not back. He's ta'en or slain.
Sit thee down, Clitus. Slaying is the word. It is a deed in fashion. Hark thee, Clitus.
What, I, General? No, not for all the world.
Peace, then, no words.
I'd rather kill myself.
Hark thee, Dardanius.
Shall I do such a deed?
What ill request did Brutus make to thee?
To kill her, Clitus. Look, she meditates.
Now is that noble vessel full of grief, that it runs over even at her eyes.
Come hither, Volumnius, list a word.
What says Brutus?
Why, this. Caesar's ghost has appeared to me several times by night. At Sardis once, and this last night, here in Philippi field. I know my hour is come.
So, General.
Nay, I am sure it is, Volumnius. Thou seest the world, Volumnius, how it goes. Our enemies have beat us to the pit. It is more worthy to leap in ourselves than tarry till they push us. Good Volumnius, thou knowest that we two went to school together. Even for that, our love of old, I prithee. Hold thou my sword, whilst I run on it.
It's not an office for a friend, Brutus.
Come, come, General. There's no tarrying here.
Farewell to you, and you, and you, Volumnius. Strato, thou hast been all this while asleep. Farewell to thee too, Strato. Countrymen, my heart doth joy that yet in all my life I have met no man but he were true to me. I shall have glory on this losing day, more than Mark Antony and Octavius their vile conquest shall attain unto. And so farewell at once. Brutus' tongue has almost ended her life's history. Night hangs upon mine eyes, and my bones would rest that have but labored to attain this hour.
Run, General, run!
Hence, and I will follow. I prithee, Strato, stay thou by my side. Thou art a fellow of a good respect. Thy life hath had some smatch of honor in it. Hold thou my sword, Strato, and turn away thy face, whilst I run on it.
Give me your hand first. Fare you well, mistress.
Farewell, good Strato. Ah! Caesar, now be still. I kill not thee with half so good a will.
What man is that?
My general's man, Strato. Where is thy mistress?
Free from the bondage you are in, Messala. The conquerors can but make a fire of her. For Brutus only overcame herself, and no man else hath honor by her death.
So Brutus should be found. I thank thee, Brutus, that thou hast proved Lucilius' saying true.
All that served Brutus, I will entertain them. Fellow, wilt thou bestow thy time with me?
Aye, Messala will prefer me to you.
Do so, good Messala.
How died your mistress, Strato?
I held the sword, and she did run on.
Octavius, then take him to follow thee, that did the latest service to my general.
This was the noblest Roman of them all. All of the conspirators, save only she, did that they did in envy of great Caesar. She, only a general honest thought and common good to all, made one. Her life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in her that nature might stand up and say to all the world, this was a Roman.
According to her virtue, let us use her, with all respect and rites of burial. Within my tent her bones tonight shall lie most like a soldier, ordered honorably. So call the field to rest, and let's away, to part the glories of this happy day.